it's Amanda, and we're here today to talk about the human energy system, and we're going to talk about the auric layers today. And I've talked to you about the aura before, and here it is again. Here are the layers of the aura, and like I've said before, they are represented in this way, and this is just kind of a perfect representation of what the aura looks like. This isn't actually what everybody's aura looks like. There's 7 basic layers. Some people have more layers than this. Sometimes you have layers that are further out here, just depending on what your energy system looks like. Everyone's a little bit different. But today I wanted to go into a little more detail on what the aura represents, what the auric layers represent, and how you can apply that in the energy work and understanding that you're going to be doing for yourself in your life. So again, we're talking about the aura, and these are the auric bodies or the auric layers. So when we're talking about the aura, layers is kind of a misnomer because each layer of the aura is actually present in all of the layers of the aura. So it gets a little bit confusing. You can't just peel it away. It's not something you can separate out because they really are all interconnected. And each one of the chakras corresponds to each layer of the aura. But we're not going to really get into that in depth today. But as you can see, red corresponds with red, orange corresponds with orange, and so on. As you go up, it goes further out this way. Okay, so the auric bodies. All right, first we have the etheric body, and that's the physical blueprint of the body. That is where if you're going to see illness or injury in the aura, a lot of times you see it here. Actually, when you have illnesses, a lot of them start all the way out here, and then it trickles down through the layers like this, because everything that's present in the physical body is actually present in the energetic body first. Even if it's you whacking your arm on something, it's actually present in the energetic body first as a disruption, and you banging your physical body on something is a way for your energy system to try and right the disruption. It doesn't feel real good, and it doesn't always work, but it's a way to get the energy moving in your body if it's stuck. Okay, so this is the physical blueprint, the etheric layer, and that's represented by the root chakra here, and this first layer of red, okay? So then we have the emotional body, is what it's called. I've been told that it has to do with emotions, boundaries, and personal power. Now, I'm sorry, emotion and boundaries. And I've honestly found that it has more to do with boundaries and personal power than emotions. When I'm working with people, usually personal power is the main thing that gets the chakra out of whack. If you're giving and giving and giving and you're not receiving, and if you're giving away your personal power, this chakra is often enlarged because it's trying to balance itself. It's trying to balance all the giving that it's doing. So it tends to get out of whack from that. This says, obviously it's called the emotional layer, that it has to do with emotions. And again, as I've said before in other videos, none of these are independent of each other. These all work together. Each one of these layers is present inside each other, and each one of the chakras is present inside each other's chakra. So none of it's independent, they're all interdependent. Then we have the mental layer, which is beliefs and intellect and understanding, and then they say personal power. I found that it's more based on emotions, and it's this chakra here, and it's the third layer here. It's this yellow layer, if you can see that right here. Okay, so this is kind of the emotional center. If people are out of whack emotionally, they're really stressed out, this chakra a lot of times will actually tuck itself inside the body because it's unstable. It doesn't feel safe. So this is the, I find that this is more emotional. They say, that this is the mental piece here. Okay, so the astral joins the physical and etherical. Okay, this is in the middle. Okay, this is in the middle between the two. So it's kind of the bridge. It kind of bridges the gap. It holds love in it. You know, of course, that's our heart. But it really is a bridge between the etheric or spiritual realms and the physical body realms down here. All right? Number 5, the etheric template, sound, communication, vibration, creativity. And I do find that that's pretty in line with what I found working with people. This is your throat chakra here, and then this is this layer out here, okay? So this has to do with communication. If people have a stopped up layer, if this layer is congested, if the chakra is congested, if it's got energy stopped up in it or it's out of whack, the layer of the aura will be out of whack too. So these play together. If this is congested, stopped up, oftentimes this layer of the aura will be constricted. So people get sore throats, people get, you hear people getting tonsillitis all the time, even thyroid disease from not being heard for a really long time, that can actually cause those types of illnesses right here in your throat, okay? So it's always good to speak your mind, sing a lot, even if you don't like how you sound. It's really important to express yourself in that way, as are with all the chakras. This really keeps them in balance. If you're, expressing creativity, if you're having love in your life, and if you are communicating. So celestial, clairvoyant, subconscious, meditation. So whenever people meditate, they tend to kind of focus on this center, the consciousness or the subconscious center. This is that's the third eye chakra, and it's way out here. So the vibration is finer out here. As you move in this way from the outside to the inside of the aura, the further in you go, the denser it goes, which makes sense because our physical body's here, and that's what you can see and touch and all of that good stuff. So the third eye is way out here. This has to do with, like I said, it's the clairvoyant subconscious meditation. If people are clairvoyant, if they have that extra sight, extrasensory perception, that's what is going to be present in that chakra. The chakra is usually enlarged, and it's usually pretty clear if someone has that kind of ability, okay? The crown chakra up here is this layer, and actually it's not black, it's white or kind of a crystalline, transparent color. And that's called the ketheric or causal body, and that's your spiritual center. That's where you're connected to source. That's where all of the information from the divine comes in. It's really your connection to all that is in the universe. It's kind of that understanding that we're all connected, that understanding that we're all together, and that we affect each other no matter what's going on in our life. It is in some way affecting those around us. So it's kind of that understanding that we have, that we're all in this together. So that is an overview of the aura, going into a little bit more detail about what each layer represents. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.